So, after months and months and months of me going, but this race is different, I'm gonna start talking about character classes and how they're the same. Hi, I'm Scott. This is my stream of consciousness stream where I try to figure out a D&D setting for my own benefit, and I'm going through it as the players would, one chunk of the player's handbook at a time. And so, chunk next is Barbarians. And Barbarians, well, this is where you get into the fact that Gary and Dave were not super creative because they're just Conan. They're just Conan. That's all there is to this guy. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is the same team that just sort of said, hey, Rangers get a bonus with crystal balls because of that. Because, Aragorn touched a Palantir one time. So, you call a class Barbarian, and they're just Conan. And I mean, if we're playing the game of leaning into the trope, then I guess it's the duty of the guy who plays the Barbarian to collapse the corruption of society by virtue of being too rugged and individualistic to succumb to its splendor and luxury. And there's nothing in the book that says it can't. Nothing in the book that says it can't. Maybe more so the Primal Path, which is the ragier one. There's also the Totem Path, which is the more weird, noble, savage, aren't our indigenous people's wise path. That's about it. I think that's where we go, is that if we play the game of our stupid tropey map, which I'll redraw my own version of this because I don't like this chunk or this chunk all that much, but some of the other chunks are great. So we have a version where we have a more spiritually aligned barbarian who gets weird totemistic powers, and so we seclude that for the hills for the hill folk and the mammoth tribes, and of the brutal Northlands, and they get that's their way. And then we put the berserkerness on dwarves mostly. I mean, dwarf berserkers. Not that I want to say that no one else can be a berserker, but it's dwarfly in its ways that, the totem guys could be anyone. Huh. Well, no, weird ideas. Weird ideas floating around for other things, because you never hear about elf barbarians. Or if you do, it's guys being weird for the sake of being weird. What does that mean? Does that mean elves are too good for barbarianism? What does an elf barbarian say about elfdom? Maybe they're half deranged pseudo-changelings that just can't deal with anything anymore. Ooh, that's an idea. That's a thing right there. That's a thing right there. The madness of changelingdom. That's a good one. Are there halfling barbarians? Yeah, but they're just really ticked and learned a few tricks from a dwarf. Gnome barbarians? That seems silly. I think if anyone ever shows up with a gnome barbarian, that's a case of the player has to tell me what that means. And, maybe I don't think I had a good idea in this at all. I'm sorry. Catch you next time.